Coming up, we're doing a Disney pin haul.
So many pins. I got pins here, pins there. There are pins everywhere. Hey everyone, welcome back to Eye to Eye Disney Through Our Eyes. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Jessica.
And like we said, we have a lot of things that jingle in a box, in a bag. Just pins everywhere. I have an obsession. I used to make fun of people that bought pins, and now I'm one of them.
Karma.
It is. I can't stop, but now I'm smart and I buy all these on Amazon before I go so that I can find some ones that I don't have yet and some duplicates and ones I don't want, and then I can trade a bunch of them away when I get there.
And get better pins.
It's all the circle of life. It all just works together anyway. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to individually go through these with you guys and talk about some of the ones that I'm going to keep, some of the ones I'm possibly going to give away so that maybe some people can be mad at me in the comment section. So why'd you trade that one away? But
That's
anyway,
fair.
that we're going to do that
I love
right.
how you give me the rejects.
Well, you know, that's how things go with it.
Thanks.
All right, let's see what we have today in our Disney haul pin video. Okay, it's just me, Kyle, now giving you some photos to look through of 50 different pins that I got from Amazon. Again, I cannot stress enough that I feel like one of the smartest ways to go about this is if you're a pin trader and you want to try to limit the amount you're spending is to go on Amazon, find someone that is pretty legitimate, has sold a lot of these with few complaints, and get an allotment of so many. I have the past 2 times gotten an allotment of 50, and just ironically, it's ended up each time that I usually try to keep 25 and try to get rid of 25 because sometimes there's some duplicates and things like that. Not duplicates in the box, but duplicates that I already have, which I'm kind of actually hoping for to trade away at Walt Disney World. So what you'll see here is 2 groups of 25, and then I'm going to kind of take them in groups of 5 and maybe explain to you why they are in this certain area. And there's almost kind of some subcategories, if I'm completely honest, amongst all this, but let's talk about them in the group of 25 first that I am planning to keep / trying to convince myself to keep. We'll start off at the top here with the ones that absolutely not getting rid of, and that's basically all the Star Wars ones. I'm collecting everything Star Wars I can. You got right here a Stormtrooper egg one, which is really differently shaped, but it's really cool. I love Stormtroopers. And then matching in its set is a Chewbacca one, shaped like an egg as well. Next, you have what I believe is the variation on the Jedi symbol, which almost looks like a phoenix, if I'm completely honest. That white and gold pattern there. And then what's better than Christmas and Star Wars together? You have first a C-3PO one which has his face embroidered in a snowflake, and then if you go over to the next one, same thing there, R2D2 with a snowflake as well. The next group of 5 has some more Star Wars and then some other ones that I'm trying to collect as well, so that's why they are part of the keep group. We have the symbol that I always get confused on what it is from Star Wars, and I think it was actually in Solo, so somebody in the comments can let me know what that is, because I always fail to remember what it is. But then you've got 2 variations on the Empire's symbol there. One which is a black and gold, or black and silver, more metal-based one. And then, I wouldn't call it plastic, but I guess it is, another variation on the Galactic Empire symbol as well. Next, I have the Orange Bird. I already have one of him up here on my board, so this is just not completing, but taking the next step in his set completion. And then I collect anything Donald Duck. So that is why Huey's pin is thrown in here, because he's not Donald, but he's part of Donald. So if I find Louie and Dewey and Daisy too, they're going to get thrown in there as well. This next group that I have are, honestly, the only reason they're being kept, 3 of them, is for Jessica, and the others are because they're Disneyland ones, and I don't get a lot of those. So the first one out of the set that Jessica wants me to keep, her favorite character is Minnie, so we had a Minnie bow one in this one, which is why she wants me to keep that one. The next one is a Mickey shaped one with a Marie pink bow. Now, Jessica's second favorite character, I believe, is Marie from Aristocats. So that's why she wants to keep that one. And then this also one with, it's very silver. Almost, it looks similar to some other Christmas ones I have, but it's not a Christmas one, with Minnie and Mickey together. So I'm going to try my best to keep both of those for Jessica, which is why they're up higher here in my to keep list. but we'll see what happens. And then next I have two Disneyland ones. One which is a e-ticket, New Orleans Square Haunted Mansion Pirates of the Caribbean coupon. I think it's an e-ticket one, but either way, it's really cool Disneyland looking one. And then there's the Sleeping Beauty Castle with the opening date or year of the Disneyland opening on there as well. Next group down, we've got a couple of various things in here, some that I'm trying to collect and ones that I thought were just really cool. First up, a really black and gold Maleficent head, which is just kind of really cool looking. I love the villains, so that's probably another thing that I'm gonna start just collecting randomly, just villain stuff. Next, you have one of the dynamic duo, part of that dynamic duo, Pumbaa here. So if I can find a Timon one, that would be great to go with that one. Next, you have Sorcerer Mickey hat, which I believe I've already got Donald's hat, so I think I should probably start collecting all the Fab Five hats as well, which I guess technically Minnie's bow goes with that. This next one, I'm really confused on what it is. I think it's for the Mexico Pavilion, or maybe it's for the Polynesian Resort, but I really like the look of it. I get the feeling it's for Mexico because it's got that very colorful feel that you get inside of some of the artwork there. So that's what I feel like it's about there. Next, you have the Nightmare Before Christmas pin of his face, and I don't have a lot of that. I'm kind of starting to get into it, so that's why I'm trying to keep that one. This last group here, I really want to keep them just because they all caught my eye, but I'm not committed to them as well, so I will be taking them with me, and if I run out, I might end up getting rid of these to trade for something else. Your first one here is just a standard Mickey pin. It's got Mickey with the ears and then his shorts that he wears with the two buttons. Next was what I would call a pixelated or what do they call that? Minecraft type looking Goofy there. Really interesting, so that's why I'm trying to hang on to it. I like Pixar and Monsters Inc. stuff, so this one's got Sully, and it almost looks like one of the a new I'm blanking on what they're called again, but the new transportation system that's going to be coming between some of the moderate resorts down there. Who doesn't love Figment? So this really silver, shiny one of Figment I'm trying to keep as well. And then this last one here, which is of Goofy, and it's almost like a Zoom. I guess that's what it's supposed to be. But it says on the back it's from Hong Kong Disneyland, which is why I'm trying to hang on it, because it looks really unique. But again, it might be one I have to give up at the end. All right, for this next group, I don't want to call these the rejects, but they are the ones that I am definitely going to be trading down at our Walt Disney World trip here pretty soon. Just as this group of 25, I'm sure they're special for some people, but for me, I actually have a couple of duplicates that I already have in this lot, and there are just some that don't interest me enough right now to keep them. So let's look at each of these in about groups of 5. In this first lot of 5, I've actually got 2 duplicates, a Christmas themed one, and then 2 food related ones. The first one is a duplicate. I have Donald Duck's hat already, so that is going to get traded away for something else. And then, oddly enough, I do have this awesome Spider-Man one. As much as I want to keep it, I do have it already, so I'm going to trade that one away as well. Those will actually be the first 2 I trade away. Next, I have 2 food ones. The first one is a watermelon one. It looks cool, just like all pins, just doesn't interest me to keep it. And the next one is a cupcake. I don't know if they're trying to evoke Minnie with this one, but again, not interesting enough for me to keep it personally. And then you've got this Christmas one with a Pluto snowman, it looks like, or is that a Goofy? I can't tell. It's a dog, but it's got it in the snowflake. I do have the one of Donald, but I'm not interested in collecting the set. The only reason I have that one is for Donald. This next group of 5, you've got some dog-related ones, Alice in Wonderland-related ones, and then a Halloween-themed one. So the pumpkin-themed one that's supposed to look like Minnie, especially an old version of Minnie with that flower hat there. It looks really cool, but not something that I want to keep. I'm kind of wishing I would want to keep these next ones a little bit more. This dog bone with Bolt is part of a set with dogs of Disney. And maybe one day I'll start collecting that set. And then you've got 101 Dalmatians. I can't pick out which exactly one that is, but I'm not ready to start collecting that one. Alice in Wonderland is a classic. This is the Queen of Hearts crown, and I'm sure there are other villains and characters, head ornaments that you can collect. The next one is a mushroom from Alice in Wonderland, just one of the many strange and fantastical characters in that one. The next group of 5 have 2 floral ones, a Jungle Book one, a Disney flag, and a Piglet one. We'll start off with what I believe is another Zoom Zoom one, version of Piglet. Again, a set I might start collecting another day. This next one, which is just Mickey's head and ears with a floral setting around it. Jessica was really intrigued by this one, and I almost thought she wanted me to keep it, but she decided not to. The next one is a flower blossom, and I'm assuming this is from Mulan because that really looks similar to what she puts behind her ear in the movie. This next one is Mowgli in a little diamond set there, and I'm sure that's part of a Jungle Book set or a hero set, but not ready to collect that one yet. And then one that many pin traders see throughout Walt Disney World on pin boards is the Walt Disney World flag set in different colors. This one, a red and silver one, and maybe someday I'll start collecting that. The next set is basically just a bunch of variants, Dumbo, Bambi, Mickey, and Minnie. The first one is a Dumbo one. It's kind of cool. I've seen one like it before. I think I've had an Elliot one at one time. Looks to be out of the similar classic set. The next one is Thumper from Bambi, Laughing. It's a very large pin, and I'm not a huge fan of large pins, except if there's something Star Wars related or something like that. The next is just I think it's actually a hidden Mickey set one with Mickey on a blue flag. I like to collect Mickey stuff, and not this one. The other one is I'll Be Your Minnie, and I'm assuming there's one that goes with it that says I'll Be Your Mickey. So if I had the other one with it in this set, maybe I would keep them, but not really. And then again with this next one, this is a Mr. Wedding pin. So if I had the misses, I probably would keep it, but it's not something that I really like. This last set of 5, I don't know what to tell you because they're very generic to me, and one's very odd in this group. The first one is a blue fuzzy character of some sort with big eyes and a big smile. I'm sorry, people are probably screaming at me knowing what this one is, but I don't know it, so I'm not going to keep it. The next one is one of these just character ones with different patterns they put on. This one's just a solid green one. I have one that's in the color shape of Donald, but not for this one. I don't interested in keeping it. The next one is I forget what it's Libra, but is it horoscopes or is it, I forget what it's, astrology. I'm not really into that, so I don't really have a need to keep it. The next one's just I've had this one before. I've had to have had this one. It's got a hidden Mickey symbol on it, but it's just a girl in a black and silver color scheme with a Mickey hat on, and I'm not really sure what it's part of, but not something that interests me. And then last but not least, we've got a medal, which I'm sure this is for the Run Disney events. I've actually had this one before and given it away before, and I will give it away this time. So that is all the pins, the ones that I am keeping, the ones that I am sending away to another owner in the circle of life at Walt Disney World. But I figured that we should at least show some of the ones that are favorites from this lot. And because granted, I always keep some for you.
Yes, because you love me.
Nah, I guess so. So why don't you go first and tell them the ones that you show it, I guess, in a little bit so they can see it. And
so this is my second favorite. Minnie Mouse, of course, because I used to wish that Minnie Mouse would be my sister.
And that wish did not come true. You didn't wish hard enough. Anyway, next one.
And, of course, the best one.
I knew. As soon as I saw this one, I knew that Jessica was going to want this one.
It's the best. It's Marie.
It's the Mickey Ears
Marie.
So
she's going to go in my backpack.
I think you've got like a couple of theirs up that are yours that would just start your own little pin board. At this point.
I've got two. I've got my Minnie Mouse nurse.
Yeah.
And then Marie.
Didn't I give you like a Marie full one, like when she's a little kitten?
No, but I'd love that.
Well, we'll go find one for you this time. All right, my favorites from this lot are the one, and these are both ones I'm keeping. They're actually a part of a set. The Stormtrooper egg, I guess. It's like egg-shaped.
These are really funny looking.
But it's really cool, and it's Star Wars, so a Stormtrooper right there. And then we've got Chewbacca, probably my favorite right there. It's an egg form. So part of a set, clearly. and I will be trying to look for the rest of them. I'm probably looking for Darth Vader and Luke and Leia and Han probably, but that's our favorites from this allotment, and we'll have a lot more to talk about when we get back from Walt Disney World. And I've traded all these little ones away over here. It's kind of sad though. I mean they're
it's
awesome.
hard to say goodbye.
I'll get over it. I'm gonna cry on camera. Anyway, we want to know from you in the comment section which of the pins that you like the most. Which ones are you sad to see going? Let us know down there below. What else should they do?
If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and you can find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Until we assemble again,
May the Force be with you.
and we'll see you real soon.
Bye. Up your workstation.
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to live. Are you seriously reading while we're trying to record?
You still were picking the pin, so. Hello!
It was a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. I wasn't ready.